What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band Caustic Wound, entitled Death Posture. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Seattle, Washington, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, fast, grimy style of grindcore. Yeah. I've been hearing a lot of things about Caustic Wound brewing for quite some time, and when I found out in 2020 that we were going to finally be getting the debut full-length album from this project, I was incredibly excited. Because this is a project that takes some very notable names from within the Pacific Northwest extreme metal scene, and then some, coming together to make some absolutely filthy, dirty, death metal-esque sort of grindcore in the vein of bands such as Repulsion, Terrorizer, and so on and so forth. I was very excited because pretty much this band consists of 3/4 of the band Mortiferum, Kyle of Fetid and Cerebral Rot, and Casey doing drums for this project. He also played in Magrudergrind. The first glimpse of Caustic Wound came in 2018 in the form of their Grinding Terror demo. And you can tell from listening to that demo what type of a band and project we were going to be getting out of this. And it sounded just absolutely impressive. And my hopes were pretty high for this debut full-length album, and now here we are with said debut full-length album entitled Death Posture. It's 14 tracks, and it clocks in at around 26 minutes in length, and from the opening moments of the title track to the closing moments of Cataclysmic Gigaton, this is definitely one of the biggest treats you will hear as far as debut full-lengths in 2020 is concerned. I had an amazing time listening to this album all the way through. It only gets better and better with every single listen, and I cannot wait to hear more great things from this project in the future. Musically, this is as top-notch as you can get here. All these guys know exactly what they're doing, and they definitely deliver the goods here. The guitar riffs that appeared throughout this entire album are just fast, gritty, lethal, incredibly well-played and articulate, and it definitely shows upon the first half of this album. From songs like Death Posture to Visions of Torture to the 1-2 punch of Black Bag Asphyxiation and Terror Bomber, to the second half of this album with more in-depth sorts of tracks such as Cable, Invisible Cell, and then the final 2 tracks of this record with Autonomous Weapon System and Cataclysmic Gigaton. This songwriting on this album is just so top-notch. It's so merciless. It's very well done, fast-paced, energetic. Of course, you can definitely tell that there's a shift change in the sound, whether it has that fast grindcore sort of aesthetic going for it, or whether or not you get those rowdy sort of death metal vibes going. You can definitely tell that there's a lot of effort put into these riffs, and they sound really, really good. The bass on here is very clean, very well heard, very well played. Definitely a nice touch to the guitar playing madness that appears throughout this album. I really do enjoy the bass tones that appear on this album. It's definitely grimy and filthy, just like the riffs that appear on this album. The drumming on here is sensational. I love this drum performance a lot. Very heavy on fills and blast beats and just being very well paced. I mean, 26 minutes feels like a short album length, but this drummer keeps the pace going very well here. Whether things begin to slow down or become a little bit mid-paced and go to more death metal-esque sort of territories, and then when the pace picks up with faster, more angry blast beats, it's just all that more impressive, and I really do appreciate this drum performance a lot. And the vocals are just absolutely scary sounding. I love, Kyle does some amazing work with Fetid, and of course he's great in Cerebral Rot too, but here on Caustic Wound, he keeps up his consistency here with his vocal performance. It's very low, gurgly, guttural. You can definitely understand everything he says, but the way he goes about it, it just feels scary and unsettling at times. And I really appreciate his vocal delivery here throughout this entire album. Really hitting it home with all of these songs, all the lyrics, all the creativity. It's just an awesome vocal performance throughout. So overall, this is some seriously impressive grindcore. A little bit of that death metal edge going for it too. I wouldn't really want to call this full out grindcore because there's definitely more to it here than meets the eye. But this is still a fantastic debut. It's one of the best grind albums of 2020. Definitely one of my favorites of 2020 period. And if you're into any of the bands that these guys are in, you're going to find something special to enjoy with Caustic Wound and their debut full-length Death Posture. So if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say the title track, Visions of Torture, Black Bag Asphyxiation, Terror Bomber, Cabal, Invisible Cell, Guillotine, Cataclysmic Gigaton. Just a whole handful of great songs to be heard on this album. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Profound Lore Records Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it, buy it digitally, and to the best of my knowledge, all physical variations of this album are currently sold out. Profound Lore Records put out the CD and vinyl version, and Head Split Records did a tape version, but I believe that's sold out as well. I know the band had copies for touring purposes, and I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to stay, but hopefully this album will get a proper repress on all formats, but I'll show you the format that I have here. This is the vinyl version. There you see this really badass album cover art. More badass artwork on the back here with the track listings and information. Comes with a one sheet of lyrics for all the songs, band photo, credits and information, and all the vinyl copies except for the band copies came on standard black vinyl, 45 RPM. Great job, as per usual, from Profound Lore when it comes to their vinyl presentations and whatever. But yeah, this is definitely going to be worth owning once it gets made readily available again. So, again, the album is Death Posture by Caustic Wound. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Definitely pick this one up. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. Definitely some sensational grindcore going on here. So if you've happened to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Caustic Wound, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Hell out.